Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a kind of more normal look with a pop of green for cerebral palsy awareness, and I'm going to be using two Urban Decay Naked palettes. I'm going to be doing the Urban Decay Naked 2 and the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. And for the pop of green, I haven't decided which of these single Super Shock Shadows from Colourpop I'm going to use, but we will get to that in a second. So I'm going to start off by priming my lids with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original. It's not my favorite eyeshadow primer because I find it to be a little thinner than I generally like, but I'm just going to use it until I use it up, and then I'll go back to the stuff that I like. I'm more of a fan of the Balm one because it's a little thicker and doesn't take time to like dry down. It's a more tacky formula, but you know, you can't complain too much when you get sent something for free. So I was sent this by influencer to try out for free, and so, you know, free is always good. Anyway, so let's just, while we're waiting on that to dry down for a minute, I'm going to get out my mirror and stuff, get my brushes ready. But we're going to go with a more natural look today, like a more, you know, something, because everybody's always like, oh, green eyeshadow, that's a little aggressive, you know, blah, blah, blah. There's always a way to incorporate green where it's not so just in your face, and that's something that everybody needs to understand, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to start off with this Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush. We're going to go into the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, and well, actually no, I'm going to start off in the Urban Decay Naked 2, and I'm going to go for this shade Foxy right here. I'm just going to get some product and go right here into the crease. This is a light shade, so I'm just laying down a nice light base. We're going to go for a more neutral brown. It's going to go a little darker on the outside corner, but kind of a neutral brown, smoky brown color. This is kind of a yellowy base color. We're just putting it right there in the crease, and we're going to darken that up a little bit in just a second. So we're just going to blend that out. Kind of tinge it a little bit more yellow right there because the primer was still a little too tacky. I don't like that. Okay. And we're going to go over to the other eye. But we're just going to do what I've been saying since day 1 of March is I'm going to do like I did a look the other day that was a more natural with a pop of green, and we're going to do another look today which is more natural with a pop of green, so that everybody understands that it is very easy to incorporate these green looks so that you're still supporting the cause and it's still very wearable. So I'm going to switch over to this e.l.f. contour brush. It's a little more densely packed to go right into the crease, and we're going to go into This is the Naked Smoky palette, and we're going to go into Combust right here, which is a little bit darker. And we're just going to darken up the crease. Both of these shades are more on the like nude natural side, but one is a little bit more than the other, so we're just taking that one and putting it a little farther down in the crease to darken it up. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to take this Moda, what is this, the shader brush, and I'm going to go in, still in the smoky palette, we're going to go into that shade Whiskey right there, which is a nice like chocolatey brown, and we're going to take that right here to the outside corner and take it up into the crease just a bit. Then we're going to take a nice fluffy brush. I'm going to use this AOA Studios E140 brush. It doesn't have any product on it. And I'm just going to blend that whiskey shade back down into itself and then fluff it out into that foxy shade that we put down in the crease first. And diffuse that line. I'm going to go in with the first crease brush, go back into that foxy shade and blend it back across the crease, making sure that we have everything blended together properly. And there we go. Gonna go do the other eye now. Doing the same thing, I'm just going to take this brush with no product on it, blend that down, and then take it back across. And then taking that same shade and making sure that everything is blended together all across the crease. Okay, now moving into our lid. I'm going to go back into the Naked 2 palette. I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Snake Bite, which is a nice dark shimmer shade. I'm just going to take it and tap it right here on that outer corner, blending it into that whiskey shade that is on the outer V. Now for our pop of green, trying to figure out which one I want to do. This is Meant for You. Beautiful green. This one is Cusp, which is a little bit, I want to say that one's a little too stated green. And this one is Special Delivery. I think I'm going to go with Special Delivery. This one's a little understated green. It's a more muted green. So I'm just going to, that's what it looks like, more icy. And take that and put it right in the middle right there. Okay, then I'm going to take the shade High right here in the Smoky palette. And that is what it looks like. It's very champagne-y color. And we're just going to put that on the inner corner right there. Okay, so that's going to finish the look for right now. I'm going to go off camera and do my base and come back, and we're going to do the lower lash line. So let me just run down the products I'm going to do on my face real quick so that you guys know. Priming with my usual pair. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the matte edition. I'm using my Touch and Sew No Problem Primer. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation today. And I'm going to be setting my face with the Physicians Formula Translucent Powder and baking with the Coty Airspun. I'm trying to get this out of my collection. And I didn't grab concealer. I knew that my table was not looking right. So we're still trying to get rid of this Colourpop No Filter Concealer. So I'm going to use this and mix it with the Born This Way because I like the coverage. This is just a little too dark, so I'm going to mix it with this. It's a little too light and a little too liquidy. That doesn't give me enough coverage. So I'm going to mix these two together, make the right coverage and color. So that is what is going to be on my face when I come back. Be right back. Okay guys, I know I look a little flat and a little, well, pale, but you know, it is me. So we're back and we're going to go to the lower lash line now. I did go back in and add a little bit more of that green because when I added that shade High, I kind of did dust it over into the green, so I just kind of brightened up that green just a little bit. So I'm going to go back into the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. I'm going in with this AOA Studios E112 brush, which is a little fatter pencil brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Combust, which is the second shade I used in the crease. I'm going to take it on the very tip of the brush, and I'm going to dust it right up against the lash line, all across the lash line. Then I'm going to take the side of the brush and I'm going to go into that whiskey shade. And we're going to just smoke out the outer third of the lower lash line. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to go just into my highlighter, but before we get to that, I'm going to dip into a little bit of Stila. This is the shade Forever. I'm going to take that just on the inner lower lash line. Just a little line down there just to kind of line that lower lash line and bring a little sparkle to it. And it's just right here near the tear duct. Go in. Thank you. I'm going to take my highlighter that I'm going to use today. This is Ofra's Star Island. I'm going to go in with a thinner pencil brush. This is the AOA Studios E124. And as you can tell, it's just a really thin pencil brush. I'm going to use this shade to use as an inner corner highlight. And then I'm going to take this nice fluffy crease brush from Moda. Big fluffy brush. I'm just going to swirl it around in that same highlighter and dust it right up here at the brow bone just to highlight underneath the brow bone and diffuse the eyeshadows along the brow bone. I'm kind of doing some circular motions, which is going to highlight and it's going to diffuse that line where you stop blending. Okay. So that is the finished eye look for today. I'll be back with the rest of my face done, lashes done, eyeliner. For eyeliner today, I'm going to be using the Appeal Gel Liner in Deep Taupe for the waterline and tight lining. So I'll be back with all that done so you guys can see the final look. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have my look finished. I'm using the Shane shade from the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collection on my lips. I did decide to go with a slight wing liner. It is the Cella eyeliner pen in brown. It's just a tiny little wing, and I did my regular face as I usually do using the Park Avenue Princess palette, my Wet n Wild bronzer. I did use the, what is this, Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brightened in Tropic Hues blush. I used the e.l.f. beads to blend everything together. The highlighter, I said when I was doing my eyes, but it's the Ofra highlighter Star Island. And for brows today, I did go a little bit darker. I used the $1 Billion Brows. This was the Universal Brow. It is a little dark for my hair color, but it did match the look I was going for the eyes, which was what I wanted to do. But this is the final look, and you can still see that pop of green in the middle, which is still a very wearable look, showing that pop of green. And this shade does have green reflex in it, so I do have a pop of green on my eyes and a very wearable pop of green metallic lipstick on. With that said, guys, this is the look for today. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. In the description box, there are 3 ways to support the channel: Patreon, PayPal, and Minds. And there are 2 links in the description box to support cerebral palsy awareness. My social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also my email, are all linked down below, as well as 2 links, one for BoxyCharm, which I'm not an affiliate of. I only get charms if you use my link to sign up, and that gives me a chance to shop for items to review here on the channel for you guys. And then also a link for Try Beauty. Again, I'm not an affiliate, but if you use my code, you get 10% off of your first box, and they have some amazing things in Try Beauty. With all of that said, guys, that's going to end this video for today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.